Hi, my name is Brendan O'Flaherty. I'm CEO of cPacket Networks. Yes, 2020 has obviously been a very unique year for all industries across the world. There's been a number of IT challenges created by obviously the distribution of folks working from home, not being at a centralized location in their office and so forth. And it's put a strain on the IT side of the house in terms of performing and being able to meet that now very different need. So in one sense, it's created a number of challenges to enterprise, large enterprises, small enterprises. How do you keep your employees working well together? How do you keep producing what you need to produce for your customers? How do you keep the communication going, et cetera, et cetera? But it's also created a number of opportunities in terms of transitions in the IT space. Obviously, the transition to the cloud is probably accelerated for a number of enterprises. The need for very solid, reliable, and accurate IT services for customers is now paramount. It's not enough that it's just good enough. It's got to be excellent, and it's something that companies need to use and will use as a competitive advantage over the other folks in their industries. So there's increasingly a digital and artificial intelligence transformation going on within our customers in the industry in general. Many of the very large enterprises have very clear programs to emphasize and focus on moving their business into a digital industry, utilizing things like artificial intelligence. So cPacket is actually very involved in that. We're building what we call the Intelligent Observability Platform, which will take advantage of the very relevant, accurate, and timely information that our products provide, and have that information not just as data, but also making it available for artificial intelligence, some of which we'll provide, some of which other folks will provide. But to make that information turn into insight, which can be used by the network engineers, the security engineers, to both automate tasks, to reduce the mean time to resolution, to be able to predict things as they come forward in the future, and be much more agile in adjusting to changing network and general IT issues. The key trends that cPacket is seeing at our customers are at least threefold. Firstly, we're seeing in the data centers the transition from 10 gigabits to 100 gigabits in terms of speed. So the speed transition is clearly occurring, and we see a number of changes. And like any large-scale order of magnitude speed transition, it has an effect on the products, and particularly the instrumentation. So cPacket is very well positioned there because it focuses on high performance. That's where it's always focused. And so we see that trend very, very clearly with our customers. The other trend that we see is the more integration between security ops and net ops and even cloud ops, where these different parts, what were different parts of the networking overall team are working more closely together they're using the same information and need the same information. They may look at it differently for different reasons, but access to that relevant data is going to be very, very important to both sides of the house, and we see a lot more integration of that. And then finally, obviously, everybody sees the transition to the cloud. So we're seeing that very clearly with a lot of our enterprise customers, where they're transitioning some workloads to the cloud. They're in the process of learning how that works, and they're also realizing that they need the instrumentation that they have in their data center. They need some of that instrumentation in the cloud because it doesn't exist. And for security reasons, compliance reasons, performance reasons, they want to replicate the instrumentation that they have in their data centers in the cloud as well, at least the functionality. And cPacket is very, very targeted on that area, having both the domain knowledge from the data centers and also the products, the cloud, and then providing the customer with an integrated solution where it doesn't matter what environment they're working in, they can see the same set of metrics, the same KPIs and so forth, and it makes it enables them to transition workloads much more quickly and spot issues much more quickly as they transition some of their workloads to the cloud. So one of the areas that I think CXOs will pay a lot more attention to, based on all the different transitions going on in the market, is the observability of information in their networks. So we believe that this intelligent observability platform will become very important and tie together the areas of security and NetOps and CloudOps to provide a CXO both the visibility to what's going on in their networks and their other IT services in one place, but also ensuring that that information is of really high quality. So that's why we put the word intelligent observability. There's lots of data out there. The question for a CXO is, what's the relevant data? What's important to their end goal of delivering the services that their company needs to provide to their internal employees or their customers in a reliable, secure way. CXO's interested in transaction velocity. How can I make sure that my end customer is getting what they need and been able to maybe do more transactions as time goes on, which obviously inures to the bottom line of the company. How do I make sure that service is reliable? How do I make sure that if there is an issue, that we spot it early and have the information available to us to deal with that problem early to really improve the time to resolution for our customers. And those are the things that at the end of the day matter to the CXO, because it matters directly to the business. It matters to the business as in terms of your current customers. It matters to the business as to your reputation. It matters to the business to be able to show better experience, which will allow you to compete much more strongly with competitors